over 50 years.
Hi, I'm Stacy McKay, branch manager at Bank of Utah. Everyone here at Bank of Utah believes that we are an extension of our community. Not only do we craft banking solutions to help families and businesses in our area, we boost the community by proudly supporting local organizations like Wasatch High School. Because when our communities thrive, we all thrive. Come see me at our Heber branch and experience community banking at its best. Bank of Utah is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
Are you ready for lunch? The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley, and they're the winner of Best of State for 18 years. They've recently been officially named Best of Utah for their milkshakes, and you've just got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot. They've been proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. So stop in today.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental grill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, great quality food, and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Dairy King pregame show. Tyler Barrett here with Tyler Moss from Orem High School. Even though Wasatch is set to take on the Salem Hills Skyhawks in a 3-game series that will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Tyler, it's beautiful, but we're still not completely out of the winter as here we are playing at Orem High School because Salem's Field still not quite ready to host some games this year.
It's kind of a roulette, isn't it, of where you're going to end up. We can't tell you, honestly, where the games are going to be this week still. This one up until about, 9 o'clock last night. Weren't sure whether it was going to be at 1 o'clock, 3:30 at Salem, at Orem. We're in the same boat on Friday. Friday could be at 3:30 at Salem Hills. It could be at 3 in Price at College of Eastern Utah's field. And so we'll see here. One thing we do know is Wasatch's field is clear. They're going to play, but that was supposed to happen on Thursday, and it's not because Thursday's got some weather, so they bumped that up, and they're going to now play on Wednesday. So, Tyler, it is just kind of put the ball on the roulette wheel and spin and see where it lands. That's kind of where we're at this point. And so we're on a little bit early, about a half hour early here today, as Orem has been gracious enough to let these teams move over and play their game here, and they've moved their things over to different locations here, Tyler. So looking forward to watching Wasatch on an actual field here in northern Utah. They're probably happy to be out of the gym here and get on a grass field, and it looks great here at Orem High School. You would think it's just been a normal
Johnson's got a great-looking field here at Orem High School right now. Ty, usually we do a good spot, a moment, or a part this day in history, but it's been a while since we've been on the air. We missed a couple of games. They had a doubleheader on Saturday over a week ago. Let's go ahead and take a good spot day, just season recap of where Wasatch is at this point. A good spot day is your favorite hometown place to relax and unwind, offering massage, skin care, nail care, and unique relaxing spa packages. Pick a good spa day to be your spa. Where's Wasatch at so far in the season?
Well, Ty, we're to the point in the year where it might surprise some people, but nearly the halfway mark already as far as games played. And so you're starting to get a sense of where teams are going to fall in the RPI rankings. And we'll get into this a little bit more, but Wasatch comes in at a 5-6 overall record, and they've really just kind of been back and forth. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. That's been a pretty consistent theme here this year for the Wasps. In total, that 5-6 record puts them right smack in the middle of 5A. They're ranked number 17 in the RPI. There are 33 teams in 5A this year, so the 16-17 range is right in the middle, and that's where this Wasatch team is sitting currently. Looking down the rest of the region, this team that they're playing today in Salem Hills, this is the top dog, Tyler, 7-1 on the year, only loss coming to 6A Sky Ridge. Really, really good team here in Salem Hills. We know that because we've already seen them once down in St. George. Salem checks in, ranked number 3 overall. So that's kind of a peek into what's going on today. With this Wasatch team, Tyler, we knew they were coming in with some new pitching. They've been trying to figure out their way with pitching. Lost their 3 starters last year from the team in Bollinger, Kelson, and Anderson. And so they've got some new guys out here to see who's going to win those jobs this year in the 3-game series. And that's kind of the point where we're at. It looks like they're starting to narrow down where they want to go with the pitching staff. The bats have been good all year long with this Wasatch team. Got several players that are over 400 on the batting average, a couple that are over 500 on the batting average on the year as well. And so this team's competitive in the box, Tyler. It's been on the mound that they've been trying to find answers. In losses, they've walked nearly 10 players per game, and that has been their issue, is walking guys during the game. Overall, though, this team can compete with anyone. Tyler, they've got the bats to go against any pitching in the state. And if your pitchers can get on the mound and throw strikes, they're going to have a lot of chances to win games.
You mentioned, Ty, the Salem Hills team has been good. 7-1. Their only loss is against Sky Ridge. This is the last official game that they had was against Wasatch down in St. George, if you can believe that, because they ran into a whole bunch of issues with fields last week. They started a game against Spanish Fork, but weren't able to finish it, weren't able to get in the other games. So they're itching to get on the field as well. But through their 8 games, Ty, a 4.08 team batting average, plus 10 runs is what they're averaging per game, and a 3.22 ERA. This team's good. Let's jump over to our Point S Tires keys, Ty. What can Wasatch do to come out with a win in this series?
Tyler, with Salem Hills, you know you've got to put some runs on the board. This Salem team is going to score runs. I think you need to expect on a good pitching day that this team's going to score at least 6 to 7 runs, and that's on a good pitching day. If you're off pitching-wise, they're going to put 10-plus on the board. So coming in, you know you need to score 7, 8, 9, 10 runs to beat the Salem Hills team, and I think that's the reality in the game here. And so you've got to take advantage of opportunities, Tyler. You've got to score at least 1 run every inning is what I would say as far as the keys go, and then Wasatch should have a chance to stay in this game in the long run. But they've got to capitalize, keep the pressure on Salem, and try to tighten this game up later in the innings.
Let's go ahead, Ty, and jump into our Gordon Law Group starting lineup. We'll go through the batting order first. Wasatch, again, the designated visiting team. Wasatch will have a home game and 2 away games once again in this series. And let's go ahead and jump into that, brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that.
After a little movement in the batting lineup over the last few games, Tyler, we're back to a familiar lineup that we started the season with. That'll be Crew Erickson, the left fielder, at the top of the lineup, leading off for Wasatch. He spent some time hitting in the 3-hole, but they're moving him back up to the 3 spot, and that's where Erickson will go today, starting things off for Wasatch. After him will be Tragun Shaw, who's been hitting in the number 2 hole for most of the season, and then Alex Gutierrez. Clutch hits, and you and I, a little side note, we feel like games are won really with the bottom of the lineup. The top part of the lineups are going to be similar with most teams, where you're going to have really, really good competitive hitters at the top of every lineup across the state. It's what can you do at the bottom, 7, 8, 9. Can you find guys that can produce there for you? And Carter Bucad last year was just so good at that 8-9 hole spot, and so I'm excited to see him back down there because I think he can really produce and surprise some teams like a Salem Hills to get you some runs down there. And we both really like what we've seen from Landon Carter, being able to provide some pop there in the 8 hole, and then Ashton Gurney has been really good too for Wasatch there, hitting in the 7 hole. So that 7, 8, 9 lineup, Tyler, is really, really exciting to me when you look at the lineup today.
They're going to be going up against a lefty from Salem Hills, a junior, Caleb Holman. And Ty, he's been good on the year. 10 innings pitched, only a .7 ERA, and he's 2-0 on the year. Opening pitch will be brought to you by Mountain Refine. From design to project completion, our team excels in understanding and implementing your specific lifestyle and taste preferences. Stop on in for beautiful furniture, bedding, mattresses, decor, and so much more.
Ty, watching him get loose here, a great breaking pitch. He's got a A mediocre fastball is what I'd say, meaning he'll be high 70s, maybe touching the 80s from time to time, it looks like. But that breaking pitch, it's a really good hammer from the left side, Tyler. And so he'll be able to keep guys off balance. So if I'm Wasatch, I'm going up with a plan to try to find that fastball the first chance that I get, because the breaking pitch is a plus pitch here.
Leading off will be Crew Erickson, 435 on the year, 11 runs scored, a couple of doubles, a triple, and a home run, hitting in the leadoff spot today. First pitch is in there. It is going to be swung on. It's a fastball. It's going to go off the pitcher, and that is going to go into the outfield for a single, and Crew Erickson gets things going with a leadoff single for the Wasps.
Ty, the irony that the first pitch of this series hit a pitcher is just unbelievable. Going back now 4 years, I can think of 4 games, 4 years in a row, where a pitcher has been hit. 2 of those times was Jackson Bullender taking a ball right back off of his back or off of the leg. And it's become a point of conversation, as we've talked with head coach from Salem Hills, Scott Haney, where it's just become almost unbelievable how many times these pitchers are getting hit by comebackers.
It's going to bring up Tragun Shaw on the year. Tragun hitting over 400. Have him hitting 361 with 3 triples, 3 doubles, and 2 triples on the year. Also has 8 RBIs.
That pick over kind of accomplished the task here for Salem. Tragun showed he was leaning into a bunt, Tyler. So Salem, if they're paying attention, could kind of shift things around defensively with that.
Holman, nice pickoff move back. Crew's able to get back. Step was not exactly towards first base. It'll be interesting to see if they allow him to continue to make that step. That was about, I thought it shaded a little bit more towards home plate than it did towards first base.
Those lefties get away with murder, don't they, on their pickoff moves, Tyler?
Holman's going to come set. This time he will deliver. Tragun tries to get the ball down. Went with the off speed. Caught Tragun off guard a little bit. It will go foul for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Wasatch, Salem Hills, top of the first, nobody out. Crew singled up the middle to get things going here in game 1 of the 3-game series between the Wasa and the Skyhawks. Wasatch wearing their all-gray pin uniforms. Salem wearing their all-whites. Holdman comes set again. Another pickoff move, and is able to get back quite easily.
Well, Ty, tell you how the weather's going. We're to the point of the year where the iPad that we keep track with the box score already died in this one. Second game in, temperature's too hot. It's put it out of commission. So hopefully the stream will stay alive with us here with the equipment today as well.
Another square by Tragun, but the pitcher will miss outside this time. So 1-1 now the count. I think a lot of us aren't used to this sun. You know, you came in and wanted to find some shade.
Tyler, it's what, probably 65 degrees, and it feels like it's 100 degrees.
Tragun's going to square, pulls back. Crew's going to go ahead and swipe the bag at second base. So stolen base there for Crew Erickson, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and so much more. The count now 2-1. As Tragun pulled back, it was kind of a pitch out to the wrong side, Ty. The catcher ended up having to throw that behind Tragun on the left-hand side.
It was a good pitch to run on, Tyler. Good choice from Coach Jacobson to send Crew on that one. Got a really good jump, went on first move, a slow floating pitch, and he was able to swipe that back pretty easily.
Tragun steps out of the box. Now he'll step back into it. Again, hitting from the left-hand side is the senior playing in center field today. Holdman, only a .7 ERA on the year. 10 innings pitched, 2-0. Wasatch threatening, though, here in the first with the duck on the pond. Swing and a miss. Tragun.
That was unusual.
That was unusual.
Tragun was late on the swing. Catcher, it looked like it maybe got him to flinch with his eyes, Tyler, and he missed it. Wasn't able to squeeze the ball, but because the swing was so late, it looked a little bit like a foul tip. It was not. Turned into a pass ball, and Crew was able to take the bag.
Yeah, I think the catcher may have gotten crossed up a little bit, expecting off speed and said fastball. But now Wasatch has a runner on third after the pass ball from Holdman. And so now it's a 2-2 count. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Back into the windup is Holdman. He'll deliver the 2-2. Nice off speed, as you mentioned, Ty. That one's fouled off, and we'll reset at 2-2.
Well, you got to get this run if you're Wasatch. Runner on third, nobody out. And you got your 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Got to push this one across and take the early lead.
This one's going to be swung on the 2-2. Shallow left field. Don't think this one's going to be deep enough. It's trouble, though. Left fielder is able to come up and make the grab. And, again, Crew not able to tag and score on that one. One away with a runner on third here in the top of the first. Back-to-back off-speed pitches, and Tragun just out ahead of that one. Wasn't able to get it deep enough into the outfield.
Saw a lot of pitches, though. That's a good at-bat from Tragun. Should show the next hitters here with Gutierrez and Wilson and Zimmerman some options when they get up to the plate.
Bring up Gutierrez with a runner on first. Is going to be a lazy ground ball up the middle. That will score Crew. Alex will be thrown out at first base, but the run comes in, and Wasatch takes the first lead of the ball game.
Doesn't take much, Tyler. You get that runner on third and less than 2 outs. You just got to be in play, either deep in the outfield or a slow roller up the middle, and that's what Alex did there. Just a good, unselfish at bat. Put that ball slowly up towards the shortstop. Erickson got a good read and was able to get in easily.
Kind of a crosswind here at Orem High School today. Wind blowing from right field to left field. First pitch is in there for a strike to Chett. Chett comes in having himself a fantastic year. The senior currently hitting .514. He's going to swing at the second pitch. That one's going to be fouled off. So an 0-2 count here to Chett. 11 RBIs, leads the team in that category. Also has 3 doubles and a home run on the year. Committed to play at Salt Lake Community College next year. 0-2 count. Holdman working back out of the windup with nobody on base. Wasatch leading 1-0 here in the top of the first. Cole Zimmerman on deck, DHing today for the Wasps. The 0-2, that one, I think he hit the spot, but just a little bit outside, and that's going to move the count to 1-2. Went with the fastball. Looked to be pretty close, testing the zone. Chett with a good eye, survives. The 1-2. Goes upstairs again with the fastball, misses high, 2-2 now the count.
I pay attention to this pitch sequence as he's going to Chett here in the first at bat. He's trying to work backwards, going a little bit off speed early on, and then trying to get that fastball to tail in on him when he gets to 2 strikes.
Off speed pitch is going to be chopped up the middle. Second baseman comes, throws it on the run, makes the play at first base, and Wasatch is retired. But 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. Wasatch leads 1-0 as we go into the bottom of the first.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process. And it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the first, brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your rehabilitation specialist dedicated to your total recovery from all injuries. Let Dan Ivey and his team get you back to 100%. As we go around the diamond for your defensive starters today, Max Walker on the mound for the Wasps. Walker comes in to today's game, 10 innings pitched, a 4.2 ERA, 1-1 on the year, 12 Ks in those 10 innings that he's pitched. Behind the dish will be Landon Carter, the sophomore. Gage Sheesh getting the start at first base. Alex Gutierrez getting the start at second base. At shortstop, senior Chett Wilson. At third base, junior Ashton Gurney. Left field, Carter Bucad. Center field, Tragun Shaw. And in right field will be Crew Erickson. First pitch is swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to the 5-6 hole. Chett comes over, makes the play, but the throw is not going to be in time. And an infield single for both teams as Nelson able to get on with the 5-6 infield single. On the year, Nelson comes in with a .407 batting average, 14 runs scored, and Salem Hills is in business early on in this one. It's going to bring out the number 2 hitter, playing center field today, number 21, Nolan Miller.
The ball sailed. It went over both Wilson and Gutierrez. Max, ball got by him on the pitcher's mound, not expecting it, and then Landon Carter, it even snuck by him all the way to the backstop, ends up giving a free bag, moving from second to third for Nelson.
Runner goes. It's going to be a lazy ground fly ball to right field. It's going to drop. Runner will have to go back to first base as he thought it was up in the air. So Wasatch gets a break and is able to get it out as Crew picks it up and throws it to second. As the runner that was heading on the hit and run thought the ball was in the air, he went back to first base and Wasatch able to get the out. But a runner does come in on the I guess that's a fielder's choice. Does that take away the hit there?
That is a fielder's choice type. Yeah,
fielder's choice.
That's a tough deal for that batter.
It's going to bring up the number 4 hitter, number 20, Cam Cushing, 444 on the year, 3 doubles and a couple of bombs for the senior. Kind of a crazy first inning here for both teams. Wasatch with an error in the outfield and then a base running there, error for Salem Hills. Swing and a miss.
Pretty good pitch there, Tyler. Had him off balance. That was Walker, that is. Cushing, one of the better hitters in the state. Max totally caught him off guard with that breaking pitch.
Hitting from the left-hand side is the senior. It's an 0-2 count. Walker working quickly back into the stretch. Hits the spot. Too far outside, but does hit the spot. Moves the count to 1-2.
Like that sequence, Tyler. Good job testing the strike zone. And you're right, hit the spot perfectly. Carter went down and stuck that thing. That pitch looked pretty good.
1-2 count. Walker pauses a little bit longer this time. Swung on. The pitch is elevated to left field. Carter Bucad circling, is able to make the grab. Runner will have to go back to first base. 2 away here in the bottom of the first.
Good job for Carter, Tyler. This is a tall order for Carter. He's played infield his entire life, and they've got him in left field with the wind swirling towards him, coming from right to left. It's a lot harder said than done, Tyler.
It's going to bring up number 25, Garrett Holt, 308 batting average on the year, hitting on the right-hand side, a senior. He's going to swing and foul that one into the catcher's glove. Walker pounding the zone early on here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, he looks good, into a good rhythm, Tyler. Didn't let the errors early on shake his focus.
Hits the spot again, moves the count to 0-2. So 0-2 the count with the runner on first base. 1-1 the score here in the bottom of the first. Wasatch Salem Hills, game 1 of a 3-game series.
That breaking pitch is biting a little different for Walker today.
Runner's going to go. Carter, throw down to second. Not in time as the runner is into the bag. So runner on second with a 1-2 count. Pretty good throw there from Carter. And a pretty good pitch to run on as well. Just a little bit quicker speed there from Cam Coburn. One-two should be the count here. 1-2 the count. Runner on second base. Salem Hills trying to take their first lead of the ball game. Score currently sitting at 1-1. Holt on the year, 5 RBIs. Walker takes one long look, delivers the 1-2, goes upstairs, and Holt's able to get a piece, and he'll survive, and we'll stay at 1-2. Infield again today, Ashton Gurney, Chett Wilson, Alex Gutierrez, and Gage Sheesh getting the start at first base with Carter behind the dish. 2 looks this time from Walker. Delivers again the 1-2. It's an off speed. Ooh, bad hop's going to go over Gurney's head. Runner's going to advance and stay at third base. So a single there for Holt on the bad hop. It looked like Gurney had a pretty good jump on the ball, but then the hop just bounced over his head, and we'll have runners on the corners with still 2 outs.
Yeah, Ashton had that ball read well, Tyler. Was going to have a chance at it, but that's the kind of hop that people lose teeth on. That ball was coming in and then hopped up right about head level.
You bring up Kay Roper. He's hitting .500 on the year, 11 for 22, 3 runs scored, 9 RBIs, and a couple of home runs. Hitting in the number 6 spot for Salem Hills today. Again, runners on the corners. Salem able to produce 1 run earlier with runners on the corners. Second hit of the inning for Salem Hills. Both through that 5-6 hole. Walker sets, pauses, delivers. Runner goes, ball's fouled off, and we'll reset with runners on first and third and 1 strike.
It's a pretty good first pitch swing there from Kay, Tyler, of Salem Hills. I was thinking before the pitch, Salem, if Max can get out of this inning with only giving up 1 run, Salem really hasn't hit anything well on him. All of their hits have been bleeders or slow singles in the middle. He had the air in center field. Walker's look good. He looks like he's got him off balance.
The 0-1, runner stays this time, goes at the belt, a little bit high, and we'll reset at 1-1. Now the count. Run by Wasatch, brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop, their locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic. The 1-1 with runners on the corners. That one's in there for strike 2. 1-2 now the count. Went off speed on that one, was able to get the inside part of the plate, and that's where we'll set at 1-2. Walker back on the mound. Okay lead for Holt over at first base. The 1-2. Runner, ball is in the dirt. Runner will take the bag with runners on second and third now for the Skyhawks, and a 2-2 count to the hitter. Experience from Coach Haney showing there. Holt, not great speed, but Haney does a good job of picking a pitch to run on. Runners on second and third now. 2-2 the count. The pitch swung on and fouled back again. Kay looks to be on the fastballs, just missed a couple of them.
So you're right on that still on the previous pitch, though. One of the false statements you hear a lot in high school sports is when you get ahead 0-2, 1-2, people will say to waste a pitch. I couldn't hate a saying more than that saying. With the pitch count rules and what you just saw there, predictable stills, you want to go after the hitter every single pitch you have. You can use pitches to set up, don't get me wrong, but a ball that's an obvious ball out of the hands serves no purpose other than giving free bags. And not that was Max's intent there. I think that one just got away from him, Tyler, but you never want to waste a pitch on the mound.
Full count as he misses high. Payoff pitch with runners on second and third, misses inside. First walk of the ball game for the Wasps, and that'll load the bases with 2 away and bring up the designated hitter, Trey Smith, 6 of 15 on the year with 5 RBIs, and he's got an RBI opportunity here with the bases loaded. Pause in the action brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, voted best donuts in Utah. The Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Owners David and Kristen Wade invite you to swing by and say hello this season at Mirror Lake Station. Give us also an opportunity that we're going to kind of brag about some Wasps on campus throughout the game. The Stocking brothers currently playing up at Alabama A&M. Chandler, .230 batting average on 61 plate appearances, 61 at-bats. He's got 5 doubles, a triple, 21 RBIs, and 7 stolen bases. Little brother Kelson in his freshman year also has a couple of plate appearances. Hasn't gotten a hit yet. 0 for 2 on the year for Kelson.
Good for Kelson, though, Tyler. It's rare as a freshman to step into a D1 program and get any time. So good to see him getting a little bit of run down there at Alabama A&M.
All right, Smith into the box with the bases loaded. Check swing foul ball on the first pitch. So strike one with, again, runners on first, second, and third.
Ty, some of these coaches that have been around a while, so Scott Haney, Kim Nelson, some of these legends, if you will, they come from an old school but a good school as far as the batting approach, and that's when the bases are loaded, nowhere to put you. You get in looking for a fastball, and you get after it early. And you're seeing this on consistent batters here from Salem Hills. They are not wasting any time. They're in the box, and they're trying to get after that fastball early and put the ball in play.
Walker freezes Smith on that off speed. Moves the count to 0-2. 0-2 count. 2 away. The pitch tries to go upstairs. Too far upstairs. Doesn't get him to bite, and it's now a 1-2 count.
That's a great spot, Tyler. That's a good spot from Walker, seeing if you can get him to chase. Landon was kind of sneaking up a little bit out of his stance. That's not going to be a strike either way. I'd like to see him maybe be just a tiny bit more disciplined, staying down in the catching position and trying to make that thing look a little better to the umpire. If you're coming out of your stance as a catcher, you're not going to get that call ever. It's going to look like a ball to the umpire every time.
The 1-2 goes off speed, fists it right back to the pitcher. Walker's going to have to get rid of it quick. Bare hands it, throws it to first in time, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. One run on 1 hit, 2 hits. 1 run on 2 hits, a couple of errors, and 3 are left on base. It's 1-1 as we move in to the second.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Napa know-how. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Second inning action brought to you by Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. Your local Napa stocks auto parts, tools, and equipment, and many other items from heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today. Cole Zimmerman steps into the box on the left-hand side. Takes strike one, fouls off strike two. So 0-2 the count to Cole. Cole on the year comes in .485 batting average, 6 RBIs, 4 extra base hits, including 1 home run that he had against Snow Canyon down in the Snow Canyon Invitational. 0-2 the count here. Holdman working out of the windup, delivers the 0-2. It's going to be fisted right back to the pitcher. Fields it clean, underhands it to the first baseman. 1 away here in the top of the second. Brings up senior Gage Sheesh. Comes in hitting .350 on the year. Has a couple of doubles, a triple, and 3 RBIs. Playing first base today. He'll hit on the right-hand side. Holdman delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. That's a fastball in there for strike one. Saw Wasatch have success early in the first inning with attacking that first pitch fastball. Crew Erickson with the lone hit. Put it right back at him. That ball's outside for ball one. 1-1 the count to senior Gage Sheesh.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Holdman attacks the bottom half of the lineup here. There's a good breaking pitch there on Gage.
Swung on and missed, moves count to 1-2.
Often you think the pitchers are going to go to a fastball consistent to your 7, 8, 9 hitters, but we haven't seen that this year. A lot of them will show a breaking pitch early to try to get the lower hitters thinking about that and then come back and reverse with a fastball. He's got good pop on that fastball, Tyler, but it's not overpowering, so I do think he's going to utilize that breaking pitch coming up here.
A couple of off-speed pitches miss, so ball 2, ball 3. Fills up the count at 3-2. 1 away here in the top of the second, 1-1 the score. The payoff pitch, fastball, puts it by him. First strikeout of the game for either team as Gage Sheesh goes down swinging. We'll bring up junior Ashton Gurney. Gurney on the year, 5 of 21 in the box with 8 RBIs. That's good for tied for second on the team. Currently playing third base for the Wasps. We've seen him play second, catcher. He's been on the mound, and he's been at third base now for the last couple of games. Swung on the first pitch. That's going to be a base knock through the 3-4 hole. Second single of the day for the Wasps.
Good plan from Ashton, Tyler. He's been impressive in the box this year. Got in, knew what he was looking for, ready to go, and gets the old Tyler Baird single right through the 4-3 hole. That's where you made a living over there.
Made a living.
In your high school career, Ty.
Going to bring up Landon Carter, playing catcher today for the Wasps on the year. 5 of 19 with 5 RBIs and 3 doubles.
That's where I'm watching with a little curiosity here, Tyler, because this is probably the spot where you start with the breaking pitch and try to get that in Carter's head, see if that's the route they go.
Go with the fastball. Carter behind it, went after it, fouled it off to the first base side. 0-1 the count.
Well, you're playing with fire there, Tyler, because Carter can hit a fastball. A fastball up in the zone. Just missed that one.
0-1 the count. Carter back into the box. Gurney on first base with 2 away here in the top of the second. The score tied at 1-1 in the top of the second. The score tied at 1-1. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. It's still 1-1 as we go into the bottom of the second.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Back Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hirst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Back Flooring and Paints.
Hi, my name is Jeff Jones with the Wasatch County Sheriff's Office. I'm assigned to the Investigations Unit as a school resource officer and detective. Having a strong bond makes it family bonds. Having fun together, spend 15 minutes of one-on-one time each day, eat meals together 5 to 7 times a week. Brought to you by the Caring Community Coalition and Wasatch Behavioral Health.
5,
4, 3, 2.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the second inning here at Orem High School. Wasatch facing off against Salem Hills. Bottom of the second action brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop, your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving you from head to toe, including vertigo to sports injuries, serving the Heber Valley for over 40 years. That's Physical at the Fit Stop.
Yeah, give us an opportunity to give a shout-out to Jack Bluth, who's the son of Tyler Bluth, owner of Physical at the Fit Stop. Currently has 61 at-bats for Salt Lake Community College, 5 stolen bases on the year as he's bouncing and rotating at second base. Had a really nice play over the weekend in their doubleheader and playing down there at Salt Lake Community College. Also a shout-out to Nick Greenhot. He's hitting .261 out of 23 at-bats. Also has 1 home run and 3 RBIs for Vassar College, is where Nick Greenhot is playing. Bottom of the second, Wasatch, Salem Hills tied 1-1 after both teams able to push a run across in the first. For Salem Hills, it'll be Hansen, Averett, and then back to the top of the order. Walker on the mound for the Wasps. And Ty looked good in the first inning. Both of us were impressed with his
velocity
appearance.
on the fastball, Tyler, and the breaking pitch was as good as we've seen from him this year.
Goes upstairs, swing and a miss to Hansen. Hansen comes in, 273 on the year, 5 runs scored and 4 RBIs, playing left field today for the Skyhawks. Another fastball. This is going to be a lazy ground ball to shortstop. Chett comes across, throws on the run in time. Nice play there from the senior Chett Wilson. 1 away here in the bottom of the second.
Really good job from Chett there, Tyler, to always be in attack mode. Coming up to get that ball, nearly overran it, looking like he needed a backhand, Tyler, and he actually squared it up, fielded it with the backhand, but had a good enough balance to be able to contain himself and make the throw over to the first base.
Now stepping into the box will be the second baseman, Averett. Averett on the year, a junior, 4 of 13 with a couple of RBIs. He'll take strike 1, hitting on the right-hand side. Goes with the off-speed, another lazy ground ball to Chett. Chett comes up, builds it on the run, throws it on the run again, and gets the out once again. Another nice play there from the senior. Back-to-back, 5-6 putouts for the Wasps.
Yeah, Tyler, that one you saw a little bit more traditional of how it's supposed to go. You teach your fielders to left eye align when you field a ground ball like that, but the slow roller, he had to come on the move. Squared that one up well with his left eye, caught it with the glove, and was able to make a good, strong throw over to first base that time. Much easier for Chett on that one.
Moves us to the top of the order. Nelson singled to the 5-6 hole in his first at-bat and ended up scoring in the inning. He's going to swing at the first pitch and foul off the fastball. Nelson playing first base today for the Skyhawks. Walker in a good rhythm here in the bottom of the second. Goes upstairs for ball 1. First ball we've seen in the inning from Walker. 1-1 the count. Walker back into the windup, delivers the 1-1, off-speed pitch, in there for strike 2, 1-2 the count. We've seen the Skyhawks just have laid off that off-speed pitch over and over again.
I don't blame them, Tyler. It's a really tight spiral on that spin, Tyler. It's hard to recognize the fastball from the breaking pitch right now.
1-2, tried to sneak a fastball by him, just misses. A little bit high, a little bit outside. Moves the count to 2-2 with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Walker into his rhythm, steps off the back of the mound. Looks like we've got a little bit of confusion on calling the pitches. Now we're back at it. Walker into the windup, delivers the 2-2. Another lazy ground ball to guess who? Chett Wilson bobbles it for a second, throws across the diamond, and gets the out. 3 straight 5-6 putouts from the senior Chett Wilson in that 1-2-3 inning, brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It's 1-1 as we go into the third.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasps football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
Hi, I'm Stacy McKay, branch manager at Bank of Utah, where we provide financial services to businesses and individuals in our community, and we are proud to support Wasatch High School. As one of the nation's top performing banks, we've been delivering exceptional value for over 70 years. So whether you're looking to grow a business or raise a family, we can help you every step of the way because your Utah is our Utah. Come see me at our Heber branch and experience the hands-on customer service that only comes from a hometown bank. Bank of Utah is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Third inning action brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health, a comprehensive mental health community. Carter Bucad's going to step into the plate as the leadoff guy. He lays down a pretty nice little drag bunt. Play is in time. What a play by the third baseman, Cam Cushing. Bare hands the bunt and throws it in time, and a great snag by Zach Nelson at first base as well. One away here to start the third.
Oh, man, Tyler, that's a next-level play by that third baseman. Carter caught him off guard. He was back, and he caught him off guard, laid down a perfect bunt. It's a do-or-die play for the third baseman. Has to bare hand and has to throw it immediately, and that was just as pretty as it gets over there at third base. Great bunt, better defensive stand there from the Skyhawks on third.
Crew Erickson will step into the plate. He had a single up the middle in his first at-bat and scored after stealing second. Swings and fouls off the first one and will take strike two, so 0-2 the count. Tyler, got to apologize to our listeners. It's been over a week since we've called a game, and my numbers are a little bit rusty. Those were 6-3 plays in that last inning. Swung on. It's going to be a lazy ground ball to Cushing again at third. He'll throw it across the diamond, and that's 2 away on a 5-3 put out for Salem Hills.
Well, you got enough practice last inning with the 5-3, Tyler, so it works well here. Wonder, last inning, the bottom half of the second was the Chett Wilson inning. Maybe this is the Cushing inning for the Skyhawks.
Tragun Shaw will step into the plate. He popped out to left field in his first at bat. Lays off the off speed, keeps the count or moves the count to 1-0. Top of the third action, 1-0 the score. Both pitchers have settled in, and there's the first freebie that's been given to the Wasps, as that one's going to go off the right shoulder of Tragun Shaw. Hit by pitch, and Wasatch has a runner on base with 2 outs.
Well, Ty, second time through the lineup here, and you're already seeing some tendencies change with Holman going a little bit more to the breaking pitch sooner in the at-bats with Erickson and Shaw there. Breaking pitch got away from him, obviously, on that one, though.
Alex Gutierrez will come up to the plate. Runner goes, and that's going to be an out. It's Alex Gutierrez swung and went over the plate and interfered with the catcher. So that'll do it for the top of the third. Wasatch goes out with no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's 1-1 as we go into the bottom of the third.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
Are you ready for lunch? The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley, and they're the winner of Best of State for 18 years. They've recently been officially named Best of Utah for their milkshakes, and you've just got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot. They've been proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. So stop in today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the third brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, voted best donuts in Utah. Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, and goodies. New owners David and Kristen Wade invite you to swing by and say hello this season at Mirror Lake Station. Well, Chett hasn't had a lot of practice outside this year, Ty, because Wasatch's field has been underwater. Well, he's getting some practice here today. That is 4 straight putouts from Chett Wilson on ground balls that he's thrown on the run to get the runner out at first.
And I'm waiting for you to call it. You got a chance for redemption. The
6-3
put out over here, shortstop to first base.
Brings out the number 3 hitter, Cam Coburn, playing shortstop today for the Skyhawks. He's going to swing at the first pitch. This one's going to be elevated to left field. Carter Bucad goes back on his heels, makes the grab. Second out of the game made by Carter Bucad. And that is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight outs for Walker. Swung at the off-speed on that one, Ty. An off-speed pitch to start. Got a little bit out in front of it flies out. It's going to bring up the number 4 hitter, Cam Cushing, third baseman. He flew out to Bucad as well in his first at bat. Fastball gets the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the score here in the bottom of the third. Both teams giving up 1 run in the first. Goes back to the fastball. Cushing just misses that one, fouls it straight back, moves the count to 0-2.
I notice how quiet Cushing's stance is. It's really just a calm, smooth stance. But both those first pitches, his front foot, which is stepping, is a little late getting down, just a hair late getting down. Last time Walker tried to sneak a fastball by him in this situation.
0-2, goes outside, too far outside, moves the count to 1-2.
So that's been the sequence, both the bats against Cushing. He got up on the hitter, tried to go outside to see if he could get him leaning over the plate. I think you're going to be more effective on the inside with Cushing.
Goes inside. He's going to go deep for that one. He's going to elevate it to center field. Tragun makes the grab that time. Both pitchers have settled in, and it's another 1-2-3 goose egg inning brought to you by Physical. Add the fit stop. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 1-1 as we go into the fourth.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental grill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, great quality food, and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
5, 4, 3, 2.
KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the fourth inning at Orem High School as Wasatch Baseball takes on Salem Hills. Yeah, you heard that right. We're at Orem High School today because Salem Hills field is not prepped ready because of all the snow that we got last week. This inning's action brought to you by Country Gardens and Nursery, the only one-stop shop for everything garden and yard related in Heber Valley. Stop on in to their plant shop today and check out their plant of the month.
Chett Wilson, Cole Zimmerman, Gage Sheesh will be your hitters to lead off here in the top of the fourth, with the score still sitting at 1-0. Chett Ground Community College having themselves great freshman years. Jackson Bullender will go up to that in a second. 2-2's too low, so full count. 11 appearances out of the bullpen, leads the team. He's 3-0, 3 saves, 15 innings pitched, a 1.2 ERA, and 11 Ks on the year for Jackson Bullender.
Sounds about right, doesn't it? And Ty, he's only pitching 1, 2, maybe 3 innings max. There's a good breaking pitch there to Wilson that
gets the off-speed pitch to land on the outside corner for strikeout number 2 for Holdman, and that'll be the first out of the inning for the loss.
But with Bullender, if you're only seeing the lineup one time through and he's got those 3 excellent pitches, fastball, curve, and then the changeup, you're just not going to have a lot of success against Jackson. You can see why he's doing so well up there.
Up to 90 miles per hour was clocked last week as well. Swing and a miss here to Zimmerman, who grounded out to the pitcher in his first at bat. Little lefty versus lefty action here between Zimmerman and Holdman. The 0-1, fastball, fists that one foul to the left side. 0-2 now the count. A couple of fastballs back to back. We'll see what Holdman decides to go to here on the 0-2. Again, both teams scoring a run in the first, and then pretty quiet since then. Tries to go upstairs with another fastball, way too high, moves the count to 1-2. The other Jackson, Ty, not too shabby himself, 5 appearances out of the bullpen, 1-0, 9 2/3 innings pitched, a 0.93 ERA, and 11 Ks. This off-speed pitch is going to be swung on. It's going to be a tough play. Nobody covering first base, and another infield single for the Wasps, and Cole Zimmerman's on base with less than 2 outs.
Pitcher got caught looking, Tyler. That's a young, inexperienced issue right there as Holman just watched that slow roller go by him. And as a pitcher, any ball that's hit over to that direction towards first base or second base, your first instinct has to be to start breaking to the bag. He didn't, and there was no one left over there to cover. I think Cole's going to beat it out either way, Tyler. That one was a slow enough roller. But definitely no opportunity with the pitcher not covering.
Sheesh will step into the box, struck out in his first at bat, swings at the first pitch, and fouls that one to the right side. One away, one runner on first is Zimmerman after the infield single. Sheesh in the box. Both teams deadlocked at 1-1. Jackson Kelson clocked at 95 last week, Ty, so both Kelsons into the 90s, or both Jacksons, into the 90s up at Lane Community College. The 0-1, pickoff move, not in time.
95. Wow, he's found 3 or 4 miles per hour up there here in the last, 10 to 11 months since he's finished throwing for Wasatch last year.
The 0-1, a couple of looks over at Zimmerman, another pickoff move, and is he in time? No, that was close. Umpire thinks he's safe, and we'll reset still at 0-1. Pretty good pickoff move, a couple of different looks that we've seen from Holdman over to first base. That one's the better move, and almost got Zimmerman. 0-1 the count. Holdman comes set again. Couple of looks, delivers. That one's too high, 1-1 the count.
Well, he got a little too fancy there, Holman did, Tyler. He was trying to keep Cole off balance after a couple picks, and he looked home, looked back at first, looked home, looked back to first, all while he was into his motion. He's going to have a hard time throwing strikes as a pitcher if you don't have your eyes on the target with consistency.
1-1. Another pickoff move. Zimmerman's able to get back that time easily without having to get dirty. 1-1 the count. First time really seeing Oldman out of his rhythm. Really is worried about Zimmerman over at first base. Zimmerman takes an extra half a step, delivers the pitch. This one's an off speed, just foul down the third base side. Gets into the tunnel of the turf. That ball might be gone, Ty. We'll see if the player is able to
find a way out of there.
If that's at Wasatch, you're going to find a couple of pot guts in that hole that you're going to have to fight that ball. Rot chucks.
There, yeah. They made their emergence here today, Tyler, so I'm running around out there near the portables in the field.
0-2 the count. 1-2 the count to Gage. Holdman comes set. Couple of looks, comes set, delivers. Swung on, fouled off, and he'll reset at 1-2.
It's fun to try to pick up tips that pitchers are doing, Tyler. Holman here, at least with this batter, it's become pretty obvious. When he wants to pick, he's shaking his head a lot. He's getting a little herky-jerky, if you will, with his head. When he's ready to deliver home, that head's a lot more calm, and he just kind of calmly turns towards home plate. Easy if you notice these things, Tyler, to tip and realize, okay, he's coming at this point. So if you're the runner at first, that's an easy read for you to know when to run as well.
Goes upstairs for ball 2. 2-2 the count to Gage, having himself a nice at-bat here against Holdman. Zimmerman takes the lead out first base. Holdman, high leg kick, goes with the off-speed. Gage thinks about it, didn't go, and we'll reset, that'll fill up the count at 3-2. Tried to go backdoor curveball. Gage is able to hold it off just a little bit too far outside.
Look for Zimmerman to be in motion at some point here in this at-bat. Try to get him into scoring position with 2 outs.
1-1 still to score here in the top of the 4th. Holdman comes set. Takes an extra long look at Zimmerman. Takes a second look. Pickoff move, not in time. No pitch yet to Gurney. Girls lacrosse came in at number 12. Currently sit at 1-2. Have a game against Salem Hills tonight. Ty at Salem Hills.
Yeah, some Wasp on campus news there. Tyler had a chance to talk with Anna Luster today, who plays on the girls lacrosse team. Going to be going to play some lacrosse up at Utah State after the school year finishes, so congratulations to her.
That pitch is upstairs, moves the count to 1-0. First pitch of the at-bat there to Gurney. Gurney, good bat control. Wouldn't be surprised to see some hit-and-run action here. Likes to go the opposite way through the 3-4 hole. Second baseman is playing in the hole. They're having the shortstop cover second base on a runner. Runner does go. It is a hit-and-run. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop comes all the way across the bag, fields it clean, throws it across the diamond, and Wasatch is retired. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner is left on base. Still 1-1 as we go into the bottom of the 4th.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process, and it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Wasatch and Salem Hills tied 1-1. Fourth inning action brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in Heber Valley. Personalized service, sales, and repair for the gear you love. Gravity Coalition in Midway, Utah, or gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop.
1-1 as we go into the bottom of the fourth. Both teams scoring one run in the first inning, and both pitchers have calmed down since. Walker back on the mound, strike one. He'll face off against Holt, Kay, and Smith. Holt did single through the 5-6 hole in his first at-bat. The senior playing right field today for the Skyhawks. The 0-1's a curveball that's smoked to the shortstop, but you can't get it by Chett today. Another out made by Wilson as he makes the line drive catch. And there's one away here in the bottom of the fourth.
He's been tough as nails over there at shortstop today, Tyler. Salem Hills, we talked about it. I talked about it in the keys to the game. You want to score one run per inning. Well, I'm looking kind of like an idiot now at this point, Tyler, because even though Salem is in play, Tyler, Wasatch doesn't have a strikeout against them. Salem is consistently in play, but the defense has just been awesome today for the Wasps, keeping the Skyhawks off the bases.
Back-to-back off speeds are strike one and a foul ball for strike two. 2K, he's got the lone walk in the game for the Skyhawks, the catcher. 0-2 the count. Walker hasn't yielded a base runner for the last two innings. The 0-2 pitch at the belt. I think the umpire let K duck that one a little bit.
Let him duck it.
1-2 now the count. Walker in a good rhythm here in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-2 goes with the off speed. This is a ground ball. Oh, they call it fair. It's a fair ball. Not sure how that's fair from our angle, but the umpire calls it fair, and that's going to be a double for Salem Hills' K, and they've got a duck on the pond.
Ty, I did think that was fair. I'm going to disagree with you here on that one. From where I was watching, I thought that ball went right over the bag. I think Ashton kind of made a little assumption there that it was going to be foul, and I don't have the perfect angle. Here, I'm not right on the line, Tyler. I'm about 20 feet up the first base path. But I do think that's one that you got to go after because it's close enough that it's a 50-50 ball.
So the ground ball down the left field side ends up in a double.
And remember, Tyler, it doesn't matter where it lands. If it hops in front and that ball hit before the base. And so it doesn't matter if it hops and then lands foul on the side of the chalk after it hops over the bag because it's already established fair. So if it goes over the bag and then goes foul, that's still a fair ball, and that's what the umpire saw on that one.
Foul ball here to Smith. Smith had to ground out to the pitcher. It was a really nice play for Walker that ended the first inning. Wasatch was able to get out of a bases-loaded jam and only give up one run. 0-1 the count, and Salem Hills has their first base runner since that first inning on the double down the line by K. Speed up runner into the game, not a big lead at second base. The 0-1, too far outside, moves count to 1-1.
K's been a real pest here, Tyler. He's probably been the toughest bat in the lineup for Salem Hills so far. Put up good competitive at-bats both times. Got down in the count both times for the Skyhawks. Was able to fight back and get a walk the first time, and that time a two-strike bleeding double down the line.
1-1, hitter will step out of the box. Now we're back at it. Carter taking his time, signaling in the pitch. Walker comes set. One look, now takes a second look. Delivers the 1-1. Too low, ball two. 2-1 now the count. Update on the soccer team, Ty. The boys are currently number one in the RPI, undefeated on the year. They put their 4-0 record on the line today against Spanish Fork High School. They're actually playing at home right now there at Wasatch High School.
Yeah, we had a chance to talk to Coach Hendry right before we left to come down to this game, Tyler. Good pitch there for a called strike from Walker, and asked him, what would you say is your secret? Why is the team so successful? And he said, and I thought this was an interesting comment. He said, our JV is so good. Our varsity guys and JV are all so good that these JV guys are really pushing the seniors really hard.
2-2. Walker makes a nice snag at first base, looks the runner back to second, steps, throws to first in time. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth.
Really, really, really good play there from Walker, Tyler. Love what he did there because it wasn't a sure thing. If he fired that ball to second base, it's not a sure out. You're probably going to get it, but he knows I'm going to hold this runner here, and I'm going to take the sure thing and get to 2 outs. He's got a lot of confidence in his ability to hold that runner right there with the bottom half of the lineup coming up. Did a good job to commit the runner back and then fired over to first for the out.
Still not a big lead by the runner at second base. It's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, which is Hansen. This one's going to be popped up to the right side. Gage Sheesh goes over and makes the play in foul territory. So the damage is not done on the double down the line. Wasatch able to get out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner's left on base. It's still 1-1 as we go into the 5th.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no-pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start.
Went inside out on the fastball. Speed up runner will come into the game. Will be Tad Sulcer. Carter Bucad steps into the box. Coach Jacobson's message to the team in between innings, Ty, was, hey, when the first guy's gotten on, they've scored, and that's been the case for both teams. Let's see what Wasatch can do with the leadoff guy on.
Well, Bucad put down one of the best bunts of the year last time he was up. Just a great play from Cushing on third. Kept Bucad off the bag. But don't be surprised if you see Carter lay down another bunt here to try to get that runner over to second with the top of the lineup coming up.
Base knock brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop, your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic. Holdman comes set. Bucad will square. Gets the bunt down to the right side. Pitcher bobbles it. He'll have to go to first base. Gets Bucad out, but the sacrifice bunt moves the runner to second, and Wasatch has a duck on the pond with the top of the order coming up.
You can see a lot of good back control there from Carter, Tyler, on both sacrifice bunt. Well, one was a drag bunt, that one there a sacrifice bunt. He's able to control the bottom part of that bat by the handle to just move the barrel right where he wants it as the ball's approaching and intentionally drive that ball down the right first base line in order to move the fielders to the direction they wanted. Salem, Carter could see, was crashing hard with the third baseman, so he's trying to keep the ball away from him and make sure he advances that runner over to second base.
Holdman comes set. Crew with one of the 4 hits on the day for the Wasps, had a single and scored in his first at bat with it up the middle. Grounded out to the second baseman in his second, or to the third baseman in his second at bat. Curve ball, looked low, but he gets a called strike.
Yeah, that's a low one there, Tyler. That's going to be a tough ball for any hitter to hit if they consistently call that one a strike.
Good lead from the runner at second base. Crew back into the box, taking some time to get the sign. Now Holdman will come set. One look, delivers, another off speed. This one's going to go to third baseman. Nice play by Cushing. Steps, throws it across the diamond in time, but he can't handle it, and the runner at second is also safe as he got off the bag a little bit too far. The backdoor throw not in time. Everybody's safe with the runner on first and second.
Ty, I kind of have a foul pole here, or sorry, not a foul pole, a light pole obstructing where I'm at. First baseman bobbled that, pull him off the bag. It was a first baseman error.
Probably a throw error is probably what they did. I don't know. It's kind of one of those tweeners. Probably should have been had. It was a short hop to the first baseman. Either way, an error by the infield. So runners on first and second, still 1 out. Bring up Tragun Shaw. He popped out to left field and was hit by pitch in his second at bat. 8 RBIs on the year. He'll swing at a pitch low in the zone, fouls that one off, 0-1 the count.
Tied back to that ball, it was a really good read initially off the bat by Jones, who's speeding up over there at second base. The ball at Cushing to his glove hand side. If you're Jones coming off too early, that's going to be a sure out where Cushing can just look and run at you and then throw it back to the second baseman. Jones immediately was retreating back towards the bag and really did a good job making a read on that to avoid the out. Cushing then tried to swing the hips around and fired over to first, but the throw was off target.
Pickoff move. It's close, but not in time. Bo able to get back to the bag. First and second still. 1 strike, 1 away. 1-1 the score here in the top of the 5th. Tragun stepping in on the left-hand side. 4 straight lefties now for the Wasps in the lineup. Tragun, Gutierrez, Wilson, and Zimmerman facing off against the lefty. Holdman delivers the 0-1. It's a ground ball. Pitcher bobbles it. Isn't going to be able to get 2, but does get Tragun out at first. So now runners on second and third with 2 outs for Alex Gutierrez.
It's been tough, Tyler. The statistics in baseball will tell you lefty-lefty matchups are a little harder. And it has been a little tougher in this game for the Wasatch lefties to get on the pitch sequence here from Holman. Normally, these lefties of Shaw, Gutierrez, Wilson, Zimmerman are the best, most consistent bats in the lineup for Wasatch. But this is just a tough matchup for them. Going to need one of them to come through here to get these runners in.
Great play here from Kay. That ball was in the dirt. Kay smothers it, keeps it in front of him, keeps the runners at second and third. 2 away. Wasatch trying to break the tie. 1-1 the score. Gutierrez already with 1 RBI in the day. Swings at this one. Lazy fly ball will go foul, and we'll reset at 1-1. It's been a fun ball game. It's been a quick ball game. Both pitchers have settled in nicely since the first inning. Holdman working back out of the windup. Crew, good speed at second base. Should be able to score on a ball into the outfield. Misses outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. See how careful they are with Chett Wilson on deck. Do have a base open. Have a time is called. I think maybe a ball came into the outfield. Softball, I think, is what it was. So we'll reset. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. Gutierrez, 0 for 2 today, but does have an RBI. The pitch. Tries to go upstairs. Gutierrez thinks about it, but keeps the bat back. 3-1 now the count.
See how Salem plays this, Tyler. Your 3-hitter up for Wasatch. 3-1 count. Runners on second and third. Probably a good time for a breaking pitch.
The 3-1. And he misses for ball 4, so that's going to load the bases and bring up to the plate Chett Wilson. That walk brought to you by Tony's Tacos. Best tacos in town, but that's not all they have. Stop in for their burritos, chili rellenos, tortas, flautas. Whatever you need there at their location on Main Street. Have proudly been in business since 2001.
Well, big moment in this one here. Wilson stepping up with a batting average of .514 on the season coming into this one, Tyler. Bases loaded, nowhere to put them. Kind of got best on best right now. You got Wilson over 500, bases loaded, going against the number 3 team in the state. Their best pitcher with a .7 ERA. Should be a fun little sequence here.
Bases juiced, 1-1 the score. Holdeman's going to work out of the windup. The pitch. That one's too far upstairs, moves the count to 1-0. First time we've seen some control from Holdman. Only 2 freebies on the day. He hit Tragun, and then that's the first base on balls. The 0-1 misses upstairs again, moves the count to 2-0. Cole Zimmerman on deck. Chett today has grounded out the second baseman and struck out looking.
I mean, this is the one, if you're Chett, you're looking for a fastball in one specific spot.
The 2-0 misses upstairs again. 3-0 count now to Wilson. Ball's going to get away from the pitcher. A little bit of a lackadaisical throwback from Kay. 3-0 the count.
As good of a hitter as Chett is here, Tyler, you're probably having him take on this one. Another ball here obviously gets you the go-ahead run.
The 3-0, he does take strike 1. So comes back with the strike, moves the count to 3-1. Cole Zimmerman on deck for the Wasps. Wasatch trying to break the tie. 1-1 the score here in the top of the fifth. Game one of a three-game series between these two schools. The 3-1. Gets a nice pitch on the outside part of the plate and in the bottom half of the zone. Moves the count to full. Runners will get a head start. Bases loaded. Runners will go on the full count pitch. Holdman sets. Chett's going to call time on the delayed count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Runners on first, second, and third. Runners will go. Holdman delivers the full count pitch. It's swung on. Fouled off of Chett's ankle on the inside and will reset.
Went with the fastball on that full count pitch.
Chett back into the box again on the left-hand side. He got him on on an off-speed pitch on the outside corner in his last at bat. Runners go. The 3-2. Swung on, and this one's laced to left field. Did he get enough of it? Going back and makes the grab, and Salem Hills gets out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 are left on base. It's still 1-1 as we go we'll keep it here for the 5th inning stretch brought to you by Guild Mortgage. And Ty, I'll throw it over to you for our Gordon Law Group game recap.
Well, it's a pitcher duel here, Tyler. Wasatch got the scoring going in the first inning. On the first pitch, Crew Erickson hit a hard ground ball off the pitcher that ended up being a single, and Erickson was able to work his way around. Stole second, was able to take third on a pass ball from the catcher, and Alex Gutierrez drove him in with a ground ball to the shortstop. That's Wasatch's only run on the game, Ty. On the other hand, Salem Hills got a run right back as Wasatch gifted them one back. They got the leadoff man on an infield single just like Wasatch, and then the second batter had an unusual error to center field. Tragun Shaw, Tyler, who's about as steady as they get in the outfield. He made an error on a catch and then compounded it, Tyler, by an overthrow, making a second error on the same play that allowed the runner to advance to third. Salem was able to get that runner in from third as they had nobody out. But Walker minimized, did a good job, and Salem didn't get any more runs. And from that point on, it has been a pitcher's duel. Both Holman and Walker have put zeros across the board in the second, third, and fourth. And then, of course, there in the top of the 5th inning, the Wasps were not able to score either. And right now we've got a good one on our hands. Max Walker for Wasatch has thrown 4 innings, Tyler. Left 4 on base for Salem Hills. Hasn't struck out any of them, though. That's kind of a surprising number. And then on the other hand, Holman for Salem Hills, 5 innings pitched, given up only 4 hits, 1 run, and struck out 3.
Ball 1 to the number 9 hitter, Averett. It'll be number 9, Averett, and then back to the top of the order for the Skyhawks. Ball 1, but comes back with a strike. So 1-1. Now the count. Walker again working on his 5th inning. 1-1 the score. The 1-1 swung on, elevated foul to the right side. That game recap brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, still blowing from right field to left field. Walker still working out of the windup, delivers the 1-2, goes inside, gets him on skates. 2-2 now the count. Love to see your number 9 here take one, but when it's at the ankles, I don't know if you want to take one off the ankle.
Yeah, for jumping out of the way, but you got 2 strikes on you, 9-hitter.
2-2. This one's going to be fisted, and that's going to be a single, Ty. A fisted single over the third baseman's head, and Salem Hills has their first guy on. Wasatch unable to score on getting their first guy on in the top of the 5th. See if Salem Hills can take advantage here.
Well, Salem and Scott Haney don't go to the bunt very often, Tyler. But this is a game where it's probably the right option here. Nobody out, leadoff guy on. Leadoff hitter with probably a little speed up. Not a bad time to lay a bunt down.
And he will. He'll lay down the bunt. It's a good one to Gurney. Gurney fills it on the run, steps, throws, not in time. And it's going to get away from Sheesh. It's going to go into right field. Runner's going to stay at third base, and the other runner will advance to second. Runners on second and third. Nobody out on the infield error by Wasatch, and Salem Hills is in business here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, that's too bad, Tyler, because Ashton played that ball so well. Reacted perfectly on the late square, came up and got that ball easily. And Tyler, he tried to set his feet and square his shoulders. He did everything right, but just reared back and maybe tried to put a little too much on it. As he had plenty of time, could have just kind of softly floated it over there, and he tried to fire that down like a pop time, a catcher going down to second base. Ball got away from him. Gage not normally over there at first, having a hard time handling the tweener hop. Now Salem's in business.
And it's going to be a single through the 5-6 hole. One runner will come in. One runner will stay at third base. And so single, and Salem Hills breaks the tie and takes the 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Give a shout-out, Ty, to Noah Turley, another Wasp on campus. 2 of 11 now at Oklahoma State in his at-bats. Has 1 home run out of those 2 hits. Playing some really good Big 12 baseball. Let's get ready up the number 3 hitter. Cam Coburn had a fielder's choice RBI in the first inning and flew out to left field in the second. Runners on the corners, nobody away for the Skyhawks. Walker comes set, working out of the stretch. Misses inside, ball 2.
I've seen worse pitches called for strikes recently, Tyler. Carter maybe made that one look a little better to my eyes than it was. A little surprised they didn't get that call.
2-0, see what Coach Haney decides to come up with here. Wasatch now playing from behind. The score 2-1. Walker has thrown well through 4 innings. Couple of singles here in the 5th, and Salem Hills is threatening to break this thing open. The 2-0, it's swung on. It's elevated to left center field. Tragun's going to make the catch. Will not be able to get the runner coming home. So a sacrifice fly gets away from the middle infield, but Gage Sheesh is there to back it up. So runner will stay at first, but 2 runs are in for the Skyhawks. Second RBI for Coburn on the day, and it's 3-1. First out of the inning, it's going to bring up Cushing, the third baseman. Flew out to left field, flew out to center field in his 2 at-bats. Hitting on the left-hand side, goes with the off-speed. This one's elevated. This is going to be a tough play for Bucad. Floating. Makes the play! What a play from Carter Bucad in left field. And the runner will scamper back to first base. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
Ty, I think you did a good job of explaining how good of a play that was. Carter was playing straight up, which means he's over the top of second base. So he's giving up 90 feet to the line. That ball is pushing the line, and the wind is blowing from right field to left field, and it's blowing that away from him. So he's having to go make a running, backhanded grab, and he did it perfectly.
Runner goes. It's a strike 1 call, but the throw is not in time. So runner will be safe at second base. So with 2 away, there's a runner on second. 3-run the score here in the bottom of the 5th. It was 1-1 coming into the 5th. Salem Hills able to push 2 across so far on 2 hits and an error by the Wasps. Holt had a single through the 5-6 hole in his first at-bat, lined out to the shortstop in his second. 2 good solid contacts off of Walker that's been rare in the ballgame. Not a big lead from the runner at second. This ball's going to be elevated foul for strike 2. 0-2 the count here to Holt. Back in the box is Holt, again playing right field. Walker getting the sign from Carter. Now he'll come set. Walker takes a second look. Delivers the 0-2. Fouled off at the dugout of Salem Hills, and will reset at 0-2.
Taking a look across the outfield defensively, Tyler, Wasatch still has Bucad playing straight up. Right field, though, they are hugging the line. Have Erickson playing over there nearly on the line of right field.
Tried to go with fastball, another foul ball.
In fact, Crew's probably only playing 15 to 20 feet off the line. So this is an interesting approach. They're assuming with the scouting report here that Holt is going to be pushing something middle right off of Walker.
He's gone 5-6 hole and shortstop in his first 2 at-bats. Battling here, an 0-2 count. Again, a runner on second base, already 2 runs in for the Skyhawks. 2 looks, delivers the 0-2, goes with the off-speed. It's pushed to that right side. Crew Erickson playing the line just like he was supposed to be playing.
Absolutely perfect. It's interesting that that's what we talked about on that one. I'm going to ask them afterwards if that was intentional or accidental, but man,
one runner is left on base. Wasatch trails 3-1 as we go into the 6th.
Napa know-how.
City stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Napa know-how.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Bank Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hirst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Bank Flooring and Paint.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Wasatch trailing Salem Hills. Top of the sixth inning is where we're at. Wasatch trailing Salem Hills 3-1. Sixth inning action brought to you by Gucci Goo Barbecue. From the words of the Gucci customers, this barbecue is super good. The nachos and the sundae were amazing, and we definitely ate more than we should have. I'll definitely be coming back here again as the food is delicious.
Cole Zimmerman will lead it off, followed by Gage Sheesh and Ashton Gurney here in the top of the sixth. Couple of swings and misses here from Zimmerman. He grounded out to the pitcher and had an infield single in his second at bat. 0-2 the count. Holdman still on the mound for the Skyhawks. Goes with three straight fastballs, misses outside on that one, so that moves the count to 1-2. See if Zimmerman can create some base runners here with two strikes on him. Nobody away here in the top of the sixth. That one's too far inside, moves the count to 2-2. Ty, NBA playoffs beginning this week. Are you interested?
Not too much. Not too much at this point, Tyler.
2-2 off speed, misses high, moves the count to full.
The NBA, you just may as well call it reality drama TV over here.
I say that because that's an inside joke between us of how disgusted you are with the NBA. Full count. Ooh, rings him up on a pitch in the bottom of the zone. Strikeout looking is the fourth of the game for Holdman.
Let's call that a questionable call, Tyler. That one, if you put up the K-zone, you're not going to see any K-zone that agrees with that call.
Bring up Gage Sheesh, who has a couple of strikeouts in the game today, one swinging and one looking. Misses high for ball one. Give a couple of shout-outs to some Moss on campus on the softball side of things. Ty Kendall Purdy in a pinch hit roll down at Slick is killing it. 682 batting average. This one's going to be smoked up the middle by Gage Sheesh, and Wasatch has their fifth hit of the ball game as Gage Sheesh connects on the fastball, and Wasatch has a base runner.
Gage has been awesome this year, Tyler, for Wasatch. Had a great tournament in St. George the second time down. And Tyler's continuing that trend, hitting over 350 now on the season for Wasatch. Several RBIs on the year. That one obviously is going to up the batting average after that hit.
It's going to bring up Gurney, single to the 3-4 hole in his first at bat, grounded out to the shortstop in his second. Off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. Go back to Kendall Purdy, Ty. 22 at-bats on the year, 682 batting average, a double, a triple, 5 RBIs, and 9 stolen bases for the freshman playing down at Salt Lake Community College.
680?
682.
Holy moly.
0-1 to count here to Gurney, who's 1 for 2 on the day. He's going to swing at a fastball. He elevates it to shallow center field. Center fielder coming in and will make the grab. 2 away here in the top of the sixth. Brings up Landon Carter. The catcher flew out to right field to end the second inning and then led off the fourth inning with a single to right field. Paige Armendariz as well, playing down at Utah Valley University. 280 batting average on 25 at-bats. Also has a home run with 7 RBIs. Is also pitched, Ty, 5 2/3 innings on the year and 4 appearances, and also started one of the games on the mound for UVU.
Well, not surprising, Tyler. One of the best athletes has come through Wasatch in the last several decades. Paige was so good for that Wasatch softball team for 4 straight years. Just one of the questions that will never be able to be answered because of the COVID season, cutting her softball career just a little bit short. But, man, she was good.
1-0 the count as he misses high. Runner on first with 2 away. Wasatch trails 3-1. This one swung on and will be fouled to the right side. 1-1 the count. Number 9 hitter Bucad up on deck. And then the top of the order, Wasatch down to their final 4 outs, trailing 3-1 here against Salem Hills. Landon had a nice single over the second baseman's head in his last at bat. Holdman comes set, delivers the 1-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Gage thinks about it, but he'll go back to first base. 2-1 now the count. Carter, only a sophomore, has caught a good game today. Came in hitting in the 300s with 3 doubles. Wasatch could use an extra base hit here. Inside, Gage goes. Throw is not in time as it's going to get away from the second baseman. So a runner or a duck on the pond for the Wasps, and a 3-1 count now for Carter.
I feel a little bit like that still from Coach Jacobson was forcing the issue. I think he wanted Gage to go on that ball in the dirt before, and he's assuming that's a hittable pitch. Maybe put him in motion there, and trying to see if you can get yourself still a run there and hit an extra base hit on that one. Worked out well for Wasatch as the ball wasn't around the zone, but the throw off target.
3-1, swings at one a little bit up, fouls it off, and we'll reset with a full count. That stolen base brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Stop on in to their store in Midway or visit visit gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. Full count here to Carter. Runner on second base. Wasatch trails 3-1. Couple of looks. Delivers the payoff. Off-speed pitch. Gets him looking. Second strikeout of the inning. 5th on the game. Wasatch, no runs on 1 hit. No errors, and 1 runner is left on base. 3-1 as we go into the bottom of the 6th.
Hi, my name is Jeff Jones with the Wasatch County Sheriff's Office. I'm assigned to the Investigations Unit as a school resource officer and detective. Having a strong bond makes it easier to talk to your kids about the hard things like one-on-one time each day, eat meals together 5 to 7 times a week. Brought to you by the Caring Community Coalition and Wasatch Behavioral Health.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasp football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Wasatch trailing Salem Hills in the bottom of the 6th inning. 6th inning action brought to you by Physical at the Pit Stop, your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving you from head to toe, including vertigo to sports injuries, serving the Heber Valley for over 40 years. That's Physical at the Pit Stop.
Dorius Dental scoreboard update. 3-1 the score as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. Walker still on the mound for the Wasps. Pitch count tie for Walker.
66. No reason
pitches.
to move him off that mound. He can go another game here, Tyler.
Holdman currently sitting at 91, you said, Ty, after that 6th inning?
Yep, 91. So we'll see. Coach Haney wants to go closer or let him finish it.
It will be the catcher, Kay, who's had some good at-bats. He's going to elevate this one to shallow center field. Tragun, a long run, but comes up and makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. 6th inning action also brings you an update on the RPI standings. If you're looking at Region 9, Ty, Salem Hills comes in at number 3. Maple Mountain comes in at number 5. Wasatch is 3rd on the list at number 17. Provo number 18. Springville number 19. And then Spanish Fork comes in at number 24.
You don't hear that very often, Tyler. The Dons only at 2-6. A really storied program down there, and that's just not normal. But I wouldn't get too excited about that, Tyler. Just a handful of years ago, they were in a similar boat. I think 3-7, ended up winning the state title that year. So don't let those numbers deceive you too much with Spanish Fork.
1-1 the count after a miss, and then comes back with a strike. So 1-1 now the count here to Smith, who's in the box. Another nice fastball there in the bottom half of the zone. Ground out to the pitcher twice for Smith, who's DHing today for the Skyhawks. 1-2 the count. Walker working out of the windup, delivers the 1-2 inside. Ball 2. 2-2 now the count. Other RPI notables: Ty Olympus comes in as number 1, Timpanogos number 2, Salem Hills number 3, Payson 4, Maple 5, Lehigh 6, Stansbury 7, Viewmont 8, Jordan 9, and then Park City 10. That'll be a foul ball down the left side.
I would say some surprises there, Tyler, for me, looking at that RPI lineup that you just listed off. Payson, a little bit of a surprise up there in the top 5. Jordan, being down at 9, surprised me a little bit too.
Couple of Stansbury and Viewmont just aren't notables that are in the top 10. Another nice foul off, protect the plate.
Well, and
swing
I think,
there from Smith.
I think you're seeing the results of RPI falling in love with certain regions, right? I think you're looking at Payson and Stansbury there from that same region, getting some favorable opponents' winning percentage and opponents' opponents. But your defending champ, Lehigh, in there at number 6, trying to defend that title. Tyler, they'll be a team that has to be reckoned with for whoever goes up against them this year.
Ball 3 moves the count to full. 3-2, a nice at bat here for Smith. Walker back into the windup. The payoff. Goes with the off speed. Gets his first strikeout. Ball's in the dirt. Carter will throw it down to first in time. Our first Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine strikeout of the day comes in the bottom of the 6th. And there's now 2 away for the Wasps. And that'll bring up Hansen, who's grounded out at the shortstop and popped out to the first baseman.
They're going to pinch hit here, Tyler, actually.
Oh, sorry. So we're going to be on number 12, Chase D. Griffin Reed, who's 6 of 12 on the year with 6 runs and 5 RBIs. Hitting on the left-hand side, Walker rocking, delivers, and lands it for strike 1.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Tyler. We haven't seen this from Max yet. He is rocking out there on the mound is the perfect way to describe it. Not sure what rhythm or what song he's got going on in his head right now, but it's working. Able to get a strikeout there. Reminds me of the baseball movie Hardball. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah, yeah. What's the song that they sing?
I think it's I Love It When You Call Me Big Papa, isn't
that's
it?
right.
Yeah. That G-Baby and the Hardball guys are doing. So wonder what Walker's got playing through his mind right now.
2-1 the count after a couple of misses after landing the first pitch strike. D. Griffin Reed in limited plate appearances has been good. Again, 500 batting average, 6 of 12. Goes back to the off speed again and gets a foul ball. So 2-2 now the count. Walker back into the rock. Now goes into the windup, delivers, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Max Walker. And Wasatch is down to their final 3 outs. It's been a gem of a game for Walker.
Whatever it is, Max, keep playing it in your head. It's working. He's looked good on the mound today for Wasatch, but this is do or die inning for him.
3-1 the score as we go into the top of the 7th.
Hi, I'm Stacy McKay, branch manager at Bank of Utah. Everyone here at Bank of Utah believes that we are an extension of our community. Not only do we craft banking solutions to help families and businesses in our area, we boost the community by proudly supporting local organizations like Wasatch High School. Because when our communities thrive, we all thrive. Come see me at our Heber branch and experience community banking at its best. Bank of Utah is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the 7th brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, voted best donuts in Utah. Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Owners David and Kristen Wade invite you to swing by and say hello this season. at Mirror Lake Station. Salem opts to go to the closer. Cam Coburn will be on the mound for the Skyhawks. Coburn, 9 1/3 innings pitched on the year, 1.5 ERA and 2-0. Wouldn't be surprised if Wasatch sees him on Friday, Tyler, as the Game 3 starter.
Well, this is your first Tony's Tacos pitching change as well,
Yeah,
Tyler.
that's right.
Tony's Tacos, a proud supporter of Wasatch High School athletics, open since 2001, and the best Mexican food in town, Tyler. Authentic street tacos. You won't be sorry when you go visit Tony's Tacos, proud supporter of Wasatch baseball.
All right, Wasatch trails 3-1 down to their final 3 outs here in Game 1 of the 3-game series with Salem Hills. It'll be Bucad, Erickson, Shaw. Fastball on the inside, misses for ball 1.
This is who Wasatch saw in Game 1 of the year when they faced off in St. George, Tyler, the Snow Canyon tournament. Saw him twice last season as well. So for the underclassmen, this is now the fourth game that is, facing off against Coburn.
Swing and a miss on the second pitch, 1-1 the count. Goes with an off-speed. Carter fists that one back to the pitcher. Coburn fields, throws it to first. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. It brings us to the top of the order. Crew Erickson has reached base twice, singled in his first at-bat, and is the lone scorer for Wasatch. Grounded out to the third baseman in his second at-bat, and then reached on an error to the third baseman in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat goes behind Crew. Crew gets out of the way, and we'll reset it with 1 ball. One ball, 1 away. Here in the top of the 7th, Wasatch trailing 3-1. We'll have our first home game of the year tomorrow. This game was supposed to be on Thursday, but due to some weather, we're going to play it on Friday. Swing and a miss on the off-speed, moves the count to 1-1. 1-1, inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. A little bit faster fastball here. I think Coburn does a pretty good job making the off-speed look pretty similar to the fastball. It's tough to pick out that pitch.
I think you're exactly right, which surprised me that you went back to the fastball there, Tyler, is I think Crew didn't identify it out of the hand at all on that last one. And I think you could tell on that swing, I think he's got Crew uncomfortable in the box at this point, not knowing, because both of them have enough velocity that you can't wait patiently. If you're Crew, you've got to recognize it and make a decision. It's just hard to recognize. 2-2 the count as he fouls off the 2-1 pitch. Quick pitch in there. He swings at this one. It's late. I lost his headset. It's a fly ball out to center field. I'll pick that one up for you. Hey, you got a little excited jumping out of your seat. It's fly ball to center field. It is caught fairly easily by the center fielder, Miller. And so that'll be the second out of the inning.
I was sitting in my seat, and I've got a pole that's here, and I was blocking it. And when I stood up, my foot caught the cord, and it fell off my hat.
You're getting the Fenway Park experience, Tyler, with that beam right in front of you. Go see a game at Fenway, and if you're not spending at least a few $100s, you're going to be sitting with a pole in your view at some point.
Tragun's going to swing at the first one. Wasatch down to their last out. Ball 1, 1-1 now the count as he fouls off the first, takes ball 2 on the second. Alex Gutierrez in the hole, on deck. The 1-1. This one's going to be swung on to the 3-4 hole. Second baseman goes to his knees, makes the play. No, he's going to throw it away. Catcher will stop it, so Tragun will stay at first, but Wasatch stays alive on the throwing error by the second baseman.
Oh, Ty. See if Wasatch can make that pay. That's the easiest throw there in the book. Moving over to your glove hand side, you're about 20 to 30 feet away. And because it is such an easy throw, it becomes a really hard throw. You don't know how much velocity to put on it and your time, because you're having to stretch it out a little bit. And you see that throw missed a lot more than you would think would happen. Keeps the Wasps alive, gives them a chance with 3-4 coming up.
Alex Gutierrez will step into the box. Had an RBI ground out in his first at-bat, had an hitter's interference out in his second at-bat, and walked in his third at-bat. He'll take ball 1 on the first pitch. Quick pickoff move over, not in time, from Coburn. Coburn comes set, delivers on a slide step, misses outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Salem Hills thought that one was a strike, wanted it. Coburn takes a little bit more time to get back on the mound. Coach Haney arranging his infielders a little bit. They're actually going to play behind Shaw at first base with the lefty up. Runner's going to go. Shaw is going to steal the bag at first. Tragun's run really doesn't matter, but that does take away the force. And so that's going to move the count to 2-1 as they call that pitch a strike.
Yeah, that's kind of a bold play to go there, Tyler. But Tragun's saying, hey, if they're not going to hold me on, I'm going to get a good lead and go on this one. Works out well for him and the Wasps.
Tragun, not a big lead at second base. The 2-1 pitch here to Gutierrez. Swung on, fisted foul down the left side, and we'll reset with 2-2 and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Wasatch trailing 3-1 down to their final out here in game 1. Coburn comes set. The 2-2. Gets the inside corner. No, doesn't get the corner. And we'll reset with a full count. The entire Salem Hills staff, catcher, dugout thought that was strike 3. And Tyler, I don't blame him because that looked pretty good from here, too.
We've seen a lot worse pitches called as strikes today, Ty.
Full count. Runner on second. Gutierrez in the box. The payoff. Off speed, elevated to left field. Left fielder going back, makes the grab. It was a tough one. That ball was smoked to left field, but that's going to do it. Wasatch falls 3-1 to Salem Hills in game 1. We'll be back with our Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show right after this.
Are you ready for lunch? The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley, and they're the winner of Best of State for 18 years. They've recently been officially named Best of Utah for their milkshakes, and you've just got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot. They've been proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. So stop in today.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental drill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with